Hello. Hello, hello. Oh my god. Look, I'm wearing my witchy costume since the latest trend now is to accuse me and insult me that I'm a witch. So, what do you think? Do I look like a witch? There, these are like long, like the long sleeves. But I really do like this dress. It's like a cosplay. So I thought it would be appropriate. It would be very, very appropriate. Yeah, given the recent dilemma where I'm being told that I do witchcraft. Yeah, the 21st century. People in the West believe that there's something called witchcraft. Wow. And I thought I left the Dark Ages. Anyhow, sorry guys. Hello. How is everybody doing? Do you like my witchy dress? Yeah? Thank you. Yes, I thought I would dress the part. I thought I would dress the part. How is everybody doing? How was the full moon? Man, did I ever feel that full moon. Hello, Doc. The full moon was rough. I have to say. I have to say. Yes, yes. There are a few things, as always, and I don't have my witchy tea today because I just had a coffee. So I didn't really want to double down and have a tea. Although my chakra teas aren't really that bad, I find they're not they're herbal teas, but at the same time I don't want to overdo it too much. Hello, who's here, welcome. I do these streams somewhere between 2 to 3 times a week. If you look at the top of that chat, you will find a pinned comment, and that comment will take you to my fundraiser because I am being sued. I am being sued because of the activism that was conducted on this channel. And I currently have no lawyer, and there's one lawyer that I would like to hire so I can win my case, which is easy to win. And that's about all I can really say about this case. But yes, there is definitely a fundraiser pinned at the top. Please like, please share, please share. Please raise awareness. I do these talks in fun and in good humor, but definitely to raise funds, legal, um, funds for my legal fees. So, yes, thank you all very much for tuning in. So, how was the full moon? Uh, let's see, therefore, I'm still closeted. Oh, I see some ex-Muslims. Ex-Muslims are always welcome on this channel. Always welcome. And if you are spiritual there, servant of Satan, servant of Satan. Oh my god, attending this live stream where I'm dressed like a witch to mock the humans that try to put me down based calling me something witchcraft and all that. This is funny, too funny. I have a channel called the Arabian Oracle. If you're into spirituality, personal development, tarot, or oracles, please feel free to go and subscribe to that channel. Now, there are a few things, as always, that I've put. Oh, my hair, my hair. I've sort of noted that I would like to discuss because I don't know. I like talking about things that might rile people up. But as you can see from the title of this live stream, I don't know how you guys are doing in your personal lives. I don't know what you're seeing around you. I don't know if you're watching, social media. But there was, as we entered 2023, if you watch my previous videos, you will notice that I was subjected to a specific interesting level of, I don't even know what to call it, harassment, online bullying, online judgment, hatred, whatever you want to call it. But that persisted. That was the theme for the first week of the new year. And when something like this happens, whatever happens and it keeps happening, I usually get a big hit that I need to talk about it, that this is an energy that is circulating right now, or something that might be, excuse me, appearing in people's lives, which is the reason for the title. I happen to be on Twitter today, and I'm really backing off of Twitter big time because with the start of 2023 there was warnings, if you belong to any spiritual community, that the good will get better for those who have done the internal work, but the bad will also begin to get very, very, very much worse. And I saw today the various organizers. I live in Canada, and as you guys know, there was the Freedom Convoy in Canada, which I believe to be the most second, probably the second most divisive topic in this country outside of COVID. COVID and COVID politics. Um, the Freedom Convoy it's funny because it was originated to create stability and unity. But I was on Twitter today, and what I saw from various organizers that were involved, without mentioning names because I am completely out of this, completely out of it. It was interesting because I do have to say, as much as I wanted to be involved in this convoy when it did take place, and when I sort of tapped into its energy, which was very lovely, I do not. I'm sort of happy that the universe sort of kept me away, and it really did. The universe really kept me away from the Freedom Convoy. But today there was almost a war on Twitter from the various organizers, and there's been battles sort of going back and forth. This person wrote this book, that person wrote this book, this person said this person, but it's the higher ups, the people that were involved in the organization of the convoy, and all I could see was hatred, and all I could see was egoic battles going on for fame, for money, for recognition, me, and it's across the board. It is literally across the board. And then these organizers have a bunch of people defending them and fighting with these people who these organizers have defending them. And there's this constant hate filled, divisive war going on under the umbrella of let's unite, freedom, love, and unity. Hello, TZ Burton, honey. I'm dressed like a witch. Yes, so people can have meltdowns. Uh, I actually do like this dress. I love this dress, and it happens to be red. And we're coming up to Valentine's Day, so I thought, hit two birds with one stone: witchiness and Valentine's Day, right? But I was discussing the Freedom Convoy in Canada and how it has turned from something that was supposed to represent love and unity and freedom into a battle of egos filled with hatred and divisiveness, and it hurts. It really hurts. I know at least one of the people. Um, I know at least one of the people involved, sort of at a higher up level, and though I don't talk to this person anymore, I want to reach out, and I hope somebody watches this live stream and instead of getting angry at me, realize that the battle of the egos needs to stop. You no longer represent. Hey, KFH! What have you missed? I'm dressed like a witch. Dressed like a witch. See? I keep showing people my long sleeves like a witch. Yes, yes. So, and it's Valentine's Day almost in like I don't know how long, 6 weeks or so. But I decided to put dressed in red and dress like a witch. Yeah, that's what you missed. And I'm talking about the Freedom Convoy in Canada, regardless which side of it that you're on. I was saying that unfortunately it is now it like I almost envisioned the liberal government, the communists that are currently in power. I can almost see them watching the this convoy descend into literally hell, and like I can almost feel like they're eating popcorn and laughing. You know, this is divide and conquer, divide and conquer. I was just talking about the Freedom Convoy and how sad and how I wish I could email all the organizers from the perspective of someone looking from the outside in. I don't have any, I don't have any involvement in it. And I'm kind of thankful that I don't have any involvement in it. But I also don't have any stake in it. So I can see the battle and I can see the wars and I can see the egos and I can see the me, and I can see that it's no longer about anything but the people who want to further divide. Further divide, it definitely, yeah, it definitely is sad. Let's just put it that way. And coming from the outside looking in, I do feel empathy for these organizers because I don't think a lot of them are aware of how, and you can see comments in the battle that was going on between the people involved. You can see people feeling sad and saying, this was supposed to unite us, and all it has done is it has caused more division, more hatred. And the hatred is sort of it's sort of going out in like waves. I want to say like the ripple effect is being felt on communities, on personal like relationships are breaking down. So I did want to come on here and talk about the hatred because 2023 for me started with a lot of hatred being projected on, just being projected. Um, this it's funny. There's a conversation going on, which is fine. I'm glad that you guys are talking. This is good. How many people are here? Oh, 15 are watching. Okay. But 2023 started for me. KFH, they want to push us to the brink of a civil war. I think we're kind of already there. I just think Canadians don't really know how to engage in a civil war. Canadians are not very good in organizing, as you can see from the Freedom Convoy and what it has descended into. But I don't know what Gandhi. I didn't really study much about Gandhi, but I can tell you that the hatred that has been projected at me. Let me just talk about me for a second, though I don't really want to. Or people like me, because I do follow people like myself, and I also see the hatred that is projected on to them. And as much as I'd like to sit here and claim to be a saint, I can't because I do have my triggers, which I'm still working on. I'm still working on my subconscious mind and all of that. But I'm not going to lie to you. The level of attacks and judgment from people that I know, from people that live here in the province that I'm in, and I've met these people, the level of hatred that suddenly was just like lifted and thrown in my face was shocking to me, and it triggered me a lot, which is why I wanted to come on here and tell you big message from the universe before I forget is begin to expect, if you're a person who considers yourself spiritual, if you have gained any kind of awareness, if you if if you listen to your intuition, if let's say you're whatever, you belong into the realm of not being hate filled and projecting on social media, which is the other realm right now. you're going to find, especially if you have a faith, especially if your faith is very strong and you're very comfortable in talking about your faith, whatever your faith is, you're going to begin to see people from not outside of your inner circle, but people actually from within your inner circle suddenly show you, suddenly begin to openly disagree with you and present hostility towards you. Expect this. Expect this. Of course, it's been going on forever and a day from outside. But now, it's hard not to get triggered. It is really hard not to get triggered, KFH. That is 100% true. But what I have learned to do is I've learned to catch myself very, very early on in the trigger. The video that I did a couple of days ago about the university professor who was on my Facebook friend list, this isn't a public page. This is my own private page that he crapped all over. I saw another message from him that I missed where he's laughing at me, and this is a man, I'm not kidding you, he would ask me out. Constantly ask me out. He's like, have fun with your witchcraft, ha 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 ha, and he's laughing. This is a man probably in his late 50s, early 60s. And I have to tell you, the reason I was triggered was not because I consider myself a witch or because of any of that, but the level of dogma that shocked me, that people that were in my inner circle, like I trusted this man. Now I'm afraid. I'm not afraid. I realize that I create my own reality, and the more energy I bleed on people like him, and the more energy I give to them, the more the chances are that. One second, I think my cat wants to go outside. The more energy I spend on imagining any kind of of situation with them, the more I bring that situation into my own reality. But it shocked me that a person from within my own circle of friends would suddenly switch like this and openly declare and condemn and express hatred. Now, mind you, the fact that this person lives in the province that I'm in is not comforting. I don't feel very happy or secure. But like I said, you do create your own reality. So this was a big message from, truly a big message from the universe. Do not be shocked if even family members begin to turn on you. Don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. The advice is allow these people to fall out of your lives. Just allow it to happen. Because when they do, you're making more space for the new and the proper match, the people that will benefit you and you can benefit them, not this trash, right? But I guess the energy that surprised me when I'm constantly being crapped on because of tarot or because of oracles or because of I don't know what, or people in trying to project hatred and insults at me, labeling me a witch and minimizing, tarot and oracles, which are a true method of communicating with the universe, because we judge what we don't understand. It's that simple. We judge what we do not understand. So it took me aback. There was something about me. I wouldn't be surprised if I did some sort of session, and like hypnotic session, and I realized that I'm a person that I was burned at the stake or something during the Salem witch hunts. That that image, or that the Salem witch hunts in general, have always haunted me. They've always haunted me, and I've known about them even from when I was living in my part of the world. The fact that men who represented religion or the church would openly go out, yeah, but I'm not. But KFH, it's the same energy, which is why I'm trying to explain. I was triggered. I wasn't triggered because oh, me, and he insulted me, and me. No, that is the energy that I tapped into, and I couldn't really understand it yet. Now I get it, especially after I saw that they mock me, and they come on here. They come on my Arabian Oracle channel, and project severe fear and hatred on the tarot and the oracles. Those two things here in the West, there's a specific segment of the population that doesn't understand how to use tarot or oracles, and they generalize and they judge, and they seem to be of deep sort of religious faith. So the energy that I tapped into with that situation in general was the Salem witch hunts, and how powerful men representing the church or representing religion would grab women and girls and burn them alive at the stake. I really tapped into this energy, and I could almost see this man, who's a psychologist, behave this way if, if he could. The only reason I believe you're not seeing crucifixions happening in public, you're not seeing burning human beings and claiming that they're witches happen in public, is because we have some laws against them. But should those laws demolish or go away, make no mistake that people who are awake, like myself, or like you, if you are watching this and you are awake as well, we attract hatred. We attract a lot of reactivity. We trigger people, which is why we're here. That's exactly why we're here. So rather than take it personal, I'm trying to tell people, come at people like this with compassion, and it's hard. It's hard. I'm not going to tell you I love this man or I love this woman who crapped on me and who calls me this and calls me that and accuses me of some form of witchery or dark magic, which in my books doesn't exist. You have to understand, people who believe in dark magic and witchcraft, I consider them to be like the radical Islamists in my part of the world. They're completely nuts. They're completely nuts. The way people like me, you've gotten really good at your readings. Thank you. Thank you. And I would like to advance. Like, I'm looking at taking another tarot course. I just need to, again, be cautious with my money. But I'd like to even get better at tarot. You cannot imagine. What is tarot? What are oracle readings but a method of communicating with the universe? And when you have people who are obsessed with religion and with a deity, and they want to enforce that deity on others and control the masses through that religion, they don't like people like us. They don't like people like us who are free thinkers, who communicate with the universe, who can read energy, and who have methods and techniques like tarot or oracle, where we actually receive good communication from the universe or from guides. They don't like that because these men like to speak in the name of God. And the message that they have to deliver to you to keep you afraid and living in fear is very, very different from the message that people like me give you. We empower you. We give you messages from your guides, and your guides love you. The universe loves you. The universe wants to see what is best for you. The universe wants you empowered. The universe wants you on top of the world. The universe knows that you can create your own reality, that you don't need to depend on the church, that you don't need to depend on the government. And we are the conduit, we are the messengers that give this message to the masses, and we can never seem to be able to, because people like us get crucified. People like us, at some point in history, were burnt alive in mass. That's it. That's the trigger. I've come to understand this. So, judge all you wish, but you need to understand that when you judge something that you don't understand, that you don't know, what is it that you're doing but projecting a fear and ignorance? So yeah, that's all That's all I have to say about, that situation. So come at people who start projecting ignorance and hatred at you from a point of understanding, from a point of compassion, from a point where you are of a higher vibration. Because, like I said, there are a lot of people right now out there in pain, and there's just so much pain right now in the world. It's really difficult not to get submerged in this pain. And I had to step back. People like me, we can read energy. I don't know what to tell you. Subtle energy exists. It's a thing, and we can read it. So we're not very much liked, because when you speak words or lies, we can tell, because we read subtle energy. So yeah, the world needs people like you. Thank you, KFH. Brandon loves the movies. Hi, honey. Hi, how are you? So yeah, I just wanted to come on here and just urge everyone to what to expect. Expect a lot more divisiveness. Expect the energy of hatred and fear to really, really get big. Really, really get big. So if you can't handle it, and if you do tend to get sucked into it, I would advise you to just switch off completely right now. It's difficult to gauge the truth right now, but just from looking and just from seeing what I saw today on Twitter with regards to the Freedom Convoy and the organizers, and the level of I don't know, division that's in this country, I can tell you that I hurt. I hurt, and I pray, and I send love, and I send positive energy that we can finally unite. Not just say that we want to unite, not just use the term unite so we can become famous and write books and get rich. You can tell people this movement is about unity, but when this movement is descending into complete utter chaos on social media, with people dumping on each other and people taking sides, I don't know where the unity is. I don't really know where the unity is. So, yeah. And people don't want to hear this. People hear people like me say these words and they get angry because people are unconscious. A lot of comments are being hidden. Uh, what else? I'm a hermit. Literally. Well, I'm a hermit too. I'm a hermit too. I've started going out because although I'm trying to build my online platforms, and I do believe that they will succeed, and although I do have a fundraiser and all of that and my lawsuit, I have started going out, and I have started enjoying going out. You know why? Because I don't judge people anymore. I don't understand why people are wearing a mask still, but well, actually, I do understand. I do understand. I shouldn't say that. I understand why people are wearing a mask still, and I've stopped judging. I've stopped judging. I accept you as you are. Just as long as you're not pushing, you're not pushing stuff on me. You're not pushing fear onto me. But yeah, that's one of the big things that like the big events. Good attitude. Brandon loves the movies. Can you please make me a moderator, Iman? That way my comments won't keep or being oddly hidden for no reason. I might. I might. Let me look at I don't even know how. I'll try to look into it, Brandon. But yeah, your comments keep getting disappeared. I don't know why. It's so strange. Let's see, what else did I want to talk about? We talked about expecting people who are close to you to suddenly begin to show you your true colors. You will be hated on, rejected by people that you trusted. I'm telling you right now, expect this. Expect this. Don't be shocked. Don't react. Let the universe take these people out from your life. Not in a negative way, but just let them go. Let them go. It's not worth the energy bleeding. Trust me. Trust me. Um, what else did I want to talk about? We talked about tarot and oracles, and that people like myself, like I myself was trained by Biddy Tarot online, Biddy. You can go look Biddy Tarot up. She's not a witch. Definitely not a witch. And the tarot channels that I follow, and the way I personally use tarot is, like I said, to get direct messages from the universe to help people and to help myself and to give guidance. So, not sure where the darkness is in all of that. I am of the mindset right now. I can't believe I came here right now. What? I went for the first 3 days and then I left and called out exactly what was going to happen. That was the harvest energy. That's all. Why? Once you can leave ego behind, only then will you truly ascend to higher consciousness. Yes. Yes, but you have to understand. Is good one also besides the tarot? I Jing? What is that? I don't know what that is, honey. Um, ego sneaks around. Ego presents itself in many, many different shapes and in many, many different forms. And sometimes for me, I get confused why I'm really getting triggered. So I had to take a step back this time because it's so strong. And then you have, I know people don't believe this, but Mercury's in retrograde, so miscommunication can happen. And the other thing is there was a full moon, and I tend to really, I need some time alone around full moons. So it took me a lot of time until I finally was able to put my finger on what it is that triggered me, and it was that energy. The energy of, I'm going to harm you because you're a witch. That's the energy. That's a very frightening energy filled with fear and filled with judgment. And if you look at historical events that happened not in my part of the world but here in the West, you have Jesus Christ was crucified because he had awareness that people hated. They hated him. They hated his message, especially the establishment. Especially the establishment. Uh, so, and you know, the church didn't like his message. Sorry, the people in power didn't like his message because it's different. It's the message of the universe is one of love. The message of consciousness and awareness is one of love. People who come at you with fear and Satan and Satanism, and that was the other thing. This man who called me a witch and started mocking me and making fun of me. When I went over to look at his Facebook page, he's calling people Satanists who celebrate Christmas on the 25th and filled with hatred and judgment. Filled with it. So I'm like, wow, imagine 10 like you in power. You know, what would you do to women like me? So that was the energy that I touched on. And I don't know why, but it's really strong and it's really coming through. And I would hope that people understand that modern day tarot and oracle readings are used for empowerment. They are used for positivity and affirmations and empowering you and allowing you to take control of your own life. Like I said, we have lived in we've lived all our lives, humanity, from the beginning of time, being controlled by people who are above us through messaging of fear. So when you have people, you know, I don't really want to talk about religion, but people like Jesus Christ, uh, people who bring a message of hope to the average human beings, the higher ups don't like it. They don't like it. That's control that they need. So yeah. what is, yes, yes, that's the other thing that I wanted to talk about. What is a witch? What is a witch? Can someone in here tell me what a witch is, or a warlord is, or a wizard is, outside of the movies, outside of the fantasy? Tell me what a witch is. What is a shaman? What's the difference between a shaman and a witch? What's the difference? What's the difference between a native person who goes out and performs native rituals in nature and a witch? What's the difference? Like I just want to know, like, or are these people that we should hate too? Let's hate all the native people because they do things that are outside of our understanding and are outside of our realms. Little Wiccan Earth worshipper? I don't know what Wicca is. I realize there's a fad out there with the goth people and Wicca, and that's I don't know what that is. That seems to be like a cult, but that's a Wicca. Uh, not is that the same as witch? They're both healers. Exactly. We're healers. What is a spell? What is a spell, and what is the difference between a spell and a mantra? What is the difference between a spell and an affirmation? What's the difference? Tell me. Like I want to uncover and I want to disclose, like I really want to shine a light on this dogma that people have regarding tarot and witches, and what is the difference? It's just a term. You can go to any tribe, go to Africa, and go start hating on people who live in tribes. And they, they burn fires outside and they dance outside naked, and go hate on them and call them witches, and see how it goes for you. You know? Talk about having a narrow, narrow mind and a narrow, very, very narrow perspective. Uh, Religion, more of a cover thing, but not a fab. But again, like this, what? What's on my radar? This comes in both sexes. I don't know. The way I see it is that there is no difference between a shaman or a person, or a person who goes lives in the Himalayas along with monks for a couple of years and learns about consciousness and awareness, and a person like me. There is no difference. But exactly, you love the Native American way. Tell me, let's start dissecting what the difference is between shamanism, Native Americanism, people who live in the West, in the tribes of Africa, and what they do. People from my part of the world, my culture, we have our own. We have our own way. We use incense. We do things that are different. Let's start, attacking each other because we do things that are a little bit different. You know. So this is what I'm trying to say. Don't come at people with fear. Fear is always the energy behind hate. Fear is the energy behind hatred. Anyone projecting hatred publicly onto you or privately, or disagreeing you and trying to put you down, there's an element of fear in there. You just have to understand that. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of when somebody like me does tarot for a hobby and creates a YouTube channel where I give positive messages, where people come and watch for entertainment? Why does this anger you? Why does this make you upset? Why do you feel the need to attack people like me? Why do you feel the need to mock us and put us down? Why? Why? I want to know. It's called being enlightened. I agree, KFH. It is called being enlightened, my dear, and you would know. And KFH, you're in my Patreon. I'm going to message you this week, my dear, to get you set up for your energy reading and your tarot reading. Where's Brielle? I did Brielle's reading. Last week. It was lovely. It was great. Yeah. And Brielle, when I was doing her reading, I saw her aura. It was amazing. It was beautiful. But yeah, why do the practices of people who do something a little bit different than you upset you to the point that you feel the need to publicly dump on them? Is that a problem with them, or is that a problem with you? Hello! There she is. How are you, Brielle? How are you? Been quiet, quiet like a mouse. Brielle. Hopefully, we'll do more. There she is. Yeah, yeah. Well, what else? Man, I'm on a rant today. I'm on a rant today. But no, you know what? Oh God, Brandon again. It's being hidden. Um, yeah. So we talked about all that. We talked about why people in power or people who follow actual cults hate people like me because we carry the light. And when you carry the light, unfortunately, we do not discriminate on who we attract. When you carry the light, you shine it without discrimination. And sometimes you shine it on the most confused and the most lost who will come at you and try to shatter your light. It is what it is. But you know what? I'm hoping. Thank you, Roser. Oh my gosh, I can't pronounce your name. Thank you, honey, for the super chat. Thank you. No, it's not offensive, Brandon. I don't know. Let me see if I can add you as a moderator, honey. I do need a moderator on this channel. But then we'd have to figure out every time I do a live stream, you have to be here. Um, yeah. So we were talking. What were we saying? Thank you for this super chat, Rother. Yeah. I forgot what I was saying. But anyways, it's getting close to time to wrap it up. But yeah, I wanted to come on here and chit chat with you and spread some love and spread some positivity and expose some negativities out there and open your eyes. I love you guys. I love my little community. I would like to further study more about tarot and oracles because they help people and they help me and they help me deliver the messages from the universe that the universe wants you to hear so you can take control of your life. So, yes, continue with your support and with your love. Yes. But over time, making. Yeah. So, that is it. That is it, guys. Keep it nice and short and sweet. Thank you. I know there was a few new people who came in here today. If there's anything that you would like me to discuss, please let me know. I did want to shine a light today, especially given the explosion that I saw on Twitter about the Freedom Convoy, about how I myself feel empathy towards the organizers. I understand that they're in a very difficult situation, but I wish I would see, I really do wish that I could see more unity there. I really, really do wish for that. Later, later. Okay, guys. I guess it's time to wrap it up. Thank you for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe. And yeah. And thank you for everyone who has been donating. Thank you to everyone who has been supporting. Thank you for everyone who is subscribed to my Patreon. And I can't wait. I can't wait to come on here again so I can see you and tap into your beautiful energies. And I do have another channel called the Arabian Oracle if you want to go check it out. Yes, I do tarot, and probably my next video is going to be a tarot on oracle reading. I was just waiting for all the negative energy that I was sort of tapped into to dissipate so that I like my energy, like my meditations, I like them to be done with clarity, without any negative contamination. So expect more videos with regards to tarot and oracle healings. And yeah, keep me in the loop, guys. Message me, and please do share. Please do share, and thank you. And I love you all.